Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing on this fine 60-degree, beautiful sunshine? It's too damn windy. Saturday. There's no Panthers hockey today. There's only two teams in the NHL that don't play today. The Panthers are one of them. So that's good. It's good for my can we catch the wings narrative. Now, I know there's a lot of other teams in between the Panthers and the Wings. I grasp that. But it is March. It is the Wings. We are 10 points out with the game in hand. Now, if the Wings lose to Dallas today, we'll be 10 points out with 2 games in hand, which theoretically, if you win both games in hand, now that's only 6 points out. We end the season against Detroit. So if you win that head-to-head matchup, that theoretically could put us only 4 points behind what's technically really the 8 seed, even though Boston is there a point ahead of them or behind them. Boston also has the game in hand. So the imaginary run to the playoffs continues, and I know other teams have to go. I know other teams have to choke as well. And our friend is back. Let's see if we can pick him up on camera. Stinky's here. Everybody say good morning to Stinky. Everybody say, there we go. Everybody say good morning to Stinky. He's just hanging out, right? He's just hanging out. He's always in here. Yesterday he was on the puck. The day before he was on the phone. Yeah, actually yesterday he was climbing along the camera here, and now he's on the mic. So, all right, how's everybody doing? Colin, good to see you. You want to correct yourself on the Gudis suspension. You thought it was 21 games because it's something that LeBron said. I hear you. No worries, brother. But yeah, 21 would have been better. The fact that it's 5 is just a joke. Oh, yeah, I put out a poll. I should check my poll. Let's see. I should check and see what the poll is. So I put out a poll that asked about the Gudis 51, the 5-game suspension. It's got 61 votes. Right now, 46% said it should have been at least an in-person hearing. 36% say it should have been 15 games minimum. And 18%, almost 20%, say 5 games seems just about right. Interesting. So no Bennett, no real Reinhardt and Uvis at practice today. Lundell and Verhaeghe are back. All right, this makes sense. Kachuk on the top line with E2 and Lundell. Verhaeghe with Rodriguez and Samoskevich. We can win games with that. David agrees that 5 games is a joke, but the NHL powers out F Toronto, so maybe they're still pissed about the silver medal. Yeah. Hey, Hungary. I know they don't, the Leaf fans, the Leaf players, though, right? I mean, it's still separate entities. The Leaf players not coming to Matthews' assistance kind of gives a little bit of buoyancy to the comments of Leaf fans when they complain that their team isn't tough enough. The flip side to that is if you've bared witness, if you are a Leafs player and you have seen how the Leaf fans treat the players who do play a little bit on the edge and have that nasty edge to them, aka Sam Bennett, etc., you might not want to become that type of player lest you get abused in the media for being a nasty pest and a rat. So, unfortunately, in this situation, it might just be a vicious self-feeding cycle. Craig says, just keep winning and then everyone else keep falling. It's there. It's not impossible. It is highly unlikely, but it is not impossible. Bobby says, Gudis should have been suspended longer. Yeah. Oh, my chat box. Oh, I put it there. There we go. Thank you, Funfish. Appreciate that. I had put it there. I don't know what happened. The checkers Wong Domingue gets the shutout. No, yeah, call him up. Hungry says, am I the only one that thinks, yeah, it was not a good hit, but I've seen so many worse hits? So the thing that finished it off for me, because like I said yesterday, I did watch it from the perspective of trying to give Gudis the benefit of the doubt, but not he leans in just too much. Like instead of like sometimes you see a hit and you're like, man, the guy might have done things a little bit better, right? Like the Bennett elbow there with Stolars, right? It's like you could make a case. But with Gudis, I mean, he leans that knee out and he leans into leaning the knee. I mean, it was just a bad look all the way around. And even he's got plenty of time when he sees that Matthews is in a vulnerable position. He's got plenty of time, in my opinion, to ease off on that. And he leaned into it. And that's the part that for me is like, man, to not even get an in-person hearing, if that hit's not worthy of an in-person hearing, I guess the only thing these days is if somebody just takes off their skate and starts flinging it at a guy's heads, that might get an in-person. Bobby says 3 wins in a row is nice, but we're still 4-4 since the Olympics. Yeah, it's true. I'm just making the case for the Wings, right? I don't think Boston's going to choke out. But the Wings, they have a tendency, right? And they've lost 2 straight. We beat them 2 times. Numerically, it's very possible. Very possible? Yeah, it's very possible. So we'll see. Funfish says, I think it's sadder that the Leafs didn't stand up for their captain the whole suspension. I get it. The whole situation just pretty much, it makes sense, right? For those of us who are outside of the Leaf fan base, it makes sense when we see what happened on the ice and the lack of reaction. For us, it's kind of like, yeah, that's what we would expect, David said, like I said, Matthew's surely gone now. Can't play with a team that is either too scared or doesn't have enough of your back. When did he sign that contract? What's his contract situation? Can we get Austin Matthews and Brady Tkachuk at the same time? So Austin Matthews and Brady Tkachuk are free agents at the same time. Austin Matthews and Brady Tkachuk are free agents at the same time. And we'll have a lot of cap space. I'm just saying. I'm just making conversation. Hungry says, yeah, but you see, when we point out that they are soft, we're bullies and assholes. Exactly, Craig. Yeah. Let's just says it's not just that they didn't do anything, it's the comments made afterwards. They don't care about each other. Well, now Riley did take responsibility for what it's worth anyway. I mean, at least he did that. Funfish, 100%. If this doesn't send a message for the Leafs to restart their team, I don't know what is. Yep. David, yeah, 100% dirty hit on purpose. You love Gudis, but geez. Yeah, I mean, it's like, come on now. Why? It don't make any sense either. Like, he's not a rival. Matthews doesn't do anything to anybody. In the similar sense, he's like Barkov, where he's not the guy that you need to go after or that's going to go after any of your players. Like, it just don't make any rational sense why Radko Gudas would just randomly take a run at Austin Matthews like that. That's why I don't get just the 5 games. What would I give Gudas? 15. I think I would have given him 15. Yeah. I thought about 10, but I would have wanted to have made an exam. Given his history, I would have given him 15. Hungry says, don't get me wrong. I don't think it was clean at all. I just saw Scott Stevens play and not get suspended for so much worse. I mean, that's true. Yeah. And then in hindsight, obviously now, Matthews is out for the year. If he has to have surgery on that knee, how long is MCL recovery? Oh, okay. So he, let me see, they said grade 3, which is a complete tear. So if surgery is required, recovery can be 8 to 16 weeks, which is 2 to 4 months. So yeah, he's not going to worry about next season. He should be ready for the beginning of next season. Colin says, in my opinion, from what I'm seeing by the Panthers, are basically doing load management with rest some guys games at a time. I don't mind it. I do wish that they'd done it a little bit sooner. It's working, right? So far, it's working. Who knew? Oh, yeah, David. If Bennett ever delivered a hit like that, he'd be gone at least 25 games. Fun Fish has got. I agree with. He says Panthers should keep winning to push forward to next season. It's a good sign. I agree. I'm fine with what they're doing right now. Funfish says you can get one, but definitely not both. Hungry says, nah, Matthews doesn't fit our system. I continue to say, though, that we will need to adjust our system a little bit or find fresher players. Brady Tkachuk. I don't necessarily think we're going to get both. I think Brady's going to force a trade out of Ottawa. We won't. We do need to sign Bob, but the cap's going up, and we're going to have, in a couple of years, we're going to have more money than we know what to do with. Yeah, exactly. Craig likes it. Brady and Austin drinking from the fountain of youth in Florida, right? Oh, I can't imagine. Yeah, Gudas becoming even more hated in Canada. Oh, okay, Hungry. Hold on a second. Yeah, I know. That's okay, Bobby. I get it. Vincent says Gudas was a good boy while being a Panther. Isn't that interesting? Right? Like he did not. He came in with the nickname the Butcher. And then when he played for us, he was cool. He was cool. I don't know why he's decided this year. Took out Crosby, takes out Matthews. We don't play the Ducks, do we? Great White says, Jaws, I don't think the Sharks are making the playoffs. They play the Habs tonight. Yeah. Let me take a look at that, and then I'll look and see what Hungry sent me. I think I had that email open. So the Sharks are where? The Sharks are the Western Conference, Jaws. They did win a game, so there's 68 points. The 8th seed is the Kings at 69 points. So the Sharks are 2 points out of the 8th seed with a game in hand. Now, I know that they play, like I'm saying, they play Montreal tonight, but they do have a game in hand. Do they play the Kings head-to-head? Sens, Canadians, Sens, Oilers, Sabres, Flyers, Preds, Kings. They don't play the Kings the rest of the way, so their destiny is not completely in their hands there. I'm still hoping for them, but Nick kind of agrees with you that they're not gonna. So no Reinhardt on the. Oh, okay. Some updates from Pono. No Reinhardt on this road trip. Wow. Bennett is day-to-day. Jones likely to return. Uvis is to be determined, and Gadjo could return at the end of the trip. Huh. So no Reinhardt. So he came back for the one game, and now he's going to miss the whole road trip. I think I might believe in their ability to make the playoffs more than they do. I think I might believe in their ability to make the playoffs more than they do. It's not impossible. I get it. Reinhardt needs a break. I get it. But the whole road trip. Huh. And then Bennett is day-to-day. Bennett will play. Bennett, you're not getting Bennett off the ice. Huh. If we win 16 out of 20 without Sam Reinhart, just trade him for Brady Tkachuk. I'm kidding. All right, let me see what Hungary served us up here. Hungary's got another Steve Dangle skit. Let's see. Oh, because it didn't. Oh, okay. This should be good. Hold on a second. What the hell? Oh, I think my headphones finally broke. I'm hearing myself in here, so let me see. All right, hold on. Let me share the page. Let's see what Hungary's got for us. Turn it up a bit.
Okay. We're doing this. I didn't want to make this video. I tried to be calm. I tried to breathe. I drank water. I touched grass. But then I watched the hit. Radko Gudas, Neon, Austin Matthews. And now I have questions. Questions for the Department of Player Safety. Questions for the reptilian shadow government running the NHL. Roll the tape. Look at this. Look at it. That's not a hockey play. That's not even a duck play. That's a prehistoric lizard ambush maneuver. And you know who loves prehistoric lizards? The reptilians. Coincidence? I think not. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The Department of Player Safety, allegedly there to protect players, but who runs it? George Peros. Explain the mustache.
Oh, look at it.
You expect me to believe that's just facial hair? No, that is clearly a reptilian sensory organ. That mustache is picking up heat signatures. It's communicating with the duck bench. It's receiving transmissions from the Anaheim Underground Reptile Council. Look at the pattern. Anaheim Ducks. Radko Gudas. Knee-on-knee hit. George Peros mustache. Department of Player Safety. This goes all the way to the top. You think it's a coincidence the Ducks are called the Ducks? What lives near ducks? Swamps. What lives in swamps? Reptiles. Listen carefully, because this is very reasonable, very calm, very measured. Radko Gudas must be suspended for 1 billion years, or at least until Austin Matthews scores 500 goals against Anaheim personally. And if the Department of Player Safety refuses, then we escalate. We bring in the Toronto fan base, 20 million angry Leafs fans, and one extremely disappointed Steve Dangle. Because let me tell you something. The Leafs Nation investigative unit is already looking into the mustache. And when we find out it's actually hiding scales underneath, the league will answer for its crimes. George Peros, if you're watching this, shave the mustache. If there's no reptile underneath, I'll apologize. But until then, the truth is out there, and the Leafs are watching.
Oh my God. Hungry. The only thing that would have made that better is if you would have had Hungry, or if you would have had him say that they're turning the Ducks gay. If we Funfish, that's Hungry. So hold on, let me share his stuff here. Hold on a second. Let me get this on YouTube. This is Hungry's own thing. This is Hungry's own channel. Hold on, I'm going to leave the link. I'm going to drop the link to his channel. There's the link to his channel there. Colin says Pomo did. Hold on a second. Pomo did say that it's one more thing he's dealt with. When talking about Reinhardt, he added that he's been playing through something for a while. Okay. All right. Well, then there you go. That explains why we kind of thought he looked exhausted out there. Hungry, it's the heated rivalry fans. No, he didn't. He did say that, Colin. Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, no, that's Hungry's own thing. I got to tell you, the Dangle Jones thing, the two of them together, like it's very uncanny. It's not hard to see either guy in there. That was a really good observation. Runfish says 9 points behind the Bruins, and we play them once more. Yeah. I mean, it's not impossible, but if we're resting guys, it is what it is. Yeah, no updates on Marchand. Okay. I just wonder, like I said in the last recap, I just wonder if they are waiting on Marchand's surgery decision to see when we're really, really eliminated. Yeah, it's like Dangle's drunk uncle. What program are you using to do that? Is that a free program, or I'm assuming you have to pay for it? Yeah, no, that's really good. That's really good. You're aiming for more Dangle in a couple more seasons. It's called Hey Gen, and yeah, pay. How expensive is it? Says, I do wonder how serious the Marchand injury is. I wonder, Colin, if it's something very similar to what Kachuk had. Oh, $20 a month. Okay. Colin, I do wonder if what Marchand has is a groin type of situation, because Maurice did say, kind of let it slip a little bit, that I believe what he said was it's something that he's fought off throughout his career. So I just wonder if it's a situation like that where it's just kind of a small recurring groin thing, and then with all the extra minutes and everything that he played this year, that they just couldn't manage it anymore. But I just wonder if they're waiting on the surgery, if that's what it needs, to see when we're really, really eliminated. I'm reading what David and Great White were saying here. Oh, you've never been to the Everglades during a duck season? I tell you what, you don't got to go to the Everglades during duck season. Just come here to my house during when the geese are here, because the river's right there. And on some of the areas in the peninsulas, everything's really wooded. There's not a lot of houses. And the guys build their deer stands and cover it with brush. And they hide in the brush. And the geese just come and land in the water right there. And when the sun comes up, they all at a coordinated time, you'll hear pop, 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 pop. You'll hear, I don't know, 5, 10, however many guys are out there. Because once the first guy shoots, then the geese are going to take off, right? So they all coordinate back and forth when they're going to start shooting. And so usually the sun hits just a little bit over the edge, and then you just hear them popping off. It only lasts a minute because once the geese fly off, that's it. But it is what it is. Dave says, I really don't like duck, but if it's your thing, you should check out Arkansas, world famous for hunting ducks, millions of them. I had it once. I mean, look, if the revolution ever came, right? If Armageddon came, I'm good. Like if the entire economy collapses, right across the street here yesterday, there was at least 20, maybe 30 big deer, most of them bucks, just out there grazing. Like I could just sit on my porch and be like, boom. I mean, just like they're not afraid of you. They're not afraid of you. And if I get tired of deer meat, I just go down there and get some geese, like I said. So if the world collapses, I'm good. I'm good. Dave says, I like chicken. Yeah, the wild game it's gamey. It tastes different. You know what I mean? But I think that's probably the way it's supposed to taste, right? Funfish says you guys almost lost to you in the WBC. I saw the headline. I didn't see the game, so I got to check that. I got to check it out. I saw a headline that kind of gave it away, and then I said, geez, I'll have to watch the highlights later. David says, you're so broke you wouldn't even notice if the economy collapsed. Hungry says, the Dominican Republic, the Dominican Republic is about to shred the U.S. team to shreds. And whoever they play in the finals, they're way too good. David says there's too many deer actually. They're getting diseased and starving because stupid humans don't understand nature. Oh, yeah, we got the wild turkeys here too, Craig. Yeah. Yeah, we got the wild turkeys here. Every once in a while, they'll be in the same field, depending on the time of the year. They're big. They're just so yeah. We wouldn't have any issue. We would be fine, or I would be fine, because I don't know if Donna and Kyle are really going to be the hunter gatherer, live in the van by the river type. But I will. Me and Leia be good, right? Me and Leia. I'll be Leia. You want duck? You want deer tonight? Bark. And so I understand that means duck. Vladdy versus Judge tomorrow. Well, it should be interesting. Dominican, I mean, the Latins, they rule baseball anyway, right? Are there any non-Latins on the Marlins? Hey, Goat. Yeah, good game coming this afternoon. Colorado versus Winnipeg. Oh, McKinnon versus Hellebuck round 2. Which, by the way, don't forget, Winnipeg is, they've kind of fallen off. For a hot minute there, Winnipeg was only 5 points out of a playoff spot. Oh, I hear Kyle. I was wondering what I heard. Okay. And the Avs have, Stars play the Wings today too. That's the game that I'm looking forward to, because I still say we're going to make the playoffs. So we're going to concede Boston. We're going to concede Boston. We need the Bruins to beat the Capitals because we need to get some of these other teams out of the way. So we need the Caps to lose. Hurricanes, Lightning doesn't matter. Maple Leaf Sabres doesn't matter. Sharks, Canadians doesn't matter. Flyers, Jackets, that's a problem. That one's a problem. So just nobody get to overtime there. We need the Stars to beat the Wings. And that's it. You see, that's the problem. Like Jackets playing the Flyers, and that's both teams we need to lose points. I guess go ahead and let Philadelphia win that game. Yeah, let Philly win that game. Sure. David says, I'm telling you now, Jaws, get on the bandwagon because the Marlins making the playoffs this year. And then they're going to shut the league down, aren't they? Hold on a second. Kyle, is everything okay? All right. Oh, yeah, and we played the Sens twice. Those are going to be big games, too. No doubt. No doubt. Unless, of course, we lose to the Kraken today, and then it doesn't, or tomorrow, then it doesn't matter. Oh, there will not be a noon stream on Monday. Because I gotta take Kyle to the airport. So there won't be a noon stream on Monday. Jaws glass always half empty. You're talking about the Marlins. Yeah, that's I don't want to get all invested and then the league shuts down. And it's just stupid. You know why I don't want to do it? Because I don't want to get aggravated. I hate that kind of shit. I don't understand. I'm a very amicable person who likes to negotiate and come to agreements. So when I see things like the whole last season lost from whatever league it would be because idiots can't agree with assholes, it pisses me off. Now I want to be pissed off. They need a freaking salary cap. The rest of the sports have some semblance of a functioning salary cap. What baseball has is just unmitigated, uncontrolled. It's just greed on top of greed on top of greed. It's just, it's just stupid. Will do, David. I'm sure he'll check in from time to time. Yeah. Hungry says, to be honest, out of all the possible sports lockouts ever, this one's very much a good thing. They need to fix the league. I don't even know but 5% of the situation, and I agree. What video did I watch? Was it That Good Sports or was it Urinating Tree? I just watched a video the other day from somebody, one of the bigger creators. I forget who it was. I don't think it was Urinating Tree. But they basically went over to the whole, the situation, the labor situation, and I watched it, and it just how can they continue like that? Urinating Tree made a video about last week. I don't think that's who I watched, but I'll watch that one too. It just really, I was watching the video. I have no dog in this fight. And I was watching the video getting pissed off because it just sounds so, it's like, of course, you got to have some kind of, it's got to get rearranged. The way that it's being done right now, the whole thing just don't make any sense. Here comes Mr. Stinky. See, here we go. There's Mr. Stinky. Kyle going to Disney World today? No. He leaves Monday. He leaves on Monday, and that's the 16th. His birthday is the 17th, and then he comes back on the 25th. Brother Gene's taking him to Epcot on the 23rd. And other than that, he's going to be going between my parents and brother Gene and just going. And my dad's taking him out on the party boats, on the drift boats. So they're going to do some fishing. So he's going to have a real good vacation. Oh, David, yeah, but a long time ago, the government said baseball was different and not subject to antitrust laws. Yeah, right. Will Cobb be going live from Florida? I mean, he might call in for a half a minute, but I'm trying to give him as much of a break as I possibly can. You know? Yeah, the new unofficial channel mascot, Mr. Stinky. he's just hanging out. He loves this mic, right? He loves. We've got another one over here too, Mr. Stinky's. This is Mrs. Stinky. Come here. She's over here. She's over here on this thing. I got this thing where it's the packages for you. It's the parts for you. The hardware to hang pictures. Where is he? Yeah, there's Mrs. Stinky. There's Miss Stinky. She's over here. Mr. Stinky likes the mic. It is what it is. Yeah, he's going to Epcot. Well, you know, he had the choice of where he wanted to go. Epcot, of the 4 parks, in Kyle's opinion, is the one that's been destroyed the least. He didn't want to go to Magic Kingdom where you see all that construction where they destroyed Tom Sawyer's and Island and all of that. It's too depressing for him. Stinky Fight Club. Anya says you want to know what's really insane about the MLB. The Dodgers made $400 million a season on TV rights. Half the teams in the league make $0. They lost their regional networks and are screwed. Damn. Yeah, they've got to have some kind of revenue sharing. They've got to have some kind of cap. That's not survivable. Hungry, does Kyle not like Universal? He does, but Brother Gene's got the annual passes to Disney. And since Brother Gene is paying, so he wanted to go to Epcot, and they've got reservations. Brother Gene was smart about it because park closes at 9, and at 8:45 he got the last reservation at the Mexican one at the restaurant that's at Mexico, where you see all the boats and all of that. So he's going to have a good time. Any goalies I can see us getting in the future, Bobby? I've gone over the free agent goalie market a lot, and there's just nothing out there. The only way we're getting anybody that is going to be an upgrade over Bobrovsky at any point and anytime soon would be via trade. And that's such a limited market because the Lightning aren't trading Vasilevsky. I suppose the Rangers, I mean, would they trade Shesterkin? I don't know. Could Hellebuyck become available? That one might make the most sense because it's a Western Conference team. They probably, so, but other than outside of a big-time trade, I think when Maurice said that the future of the Panthers was Sergei Bobrovsky, I think they meant it. And then you just kind of want to hope and see what Cooper Black's going to do. Yeah, Hellebuyck's having a tough season with Winnipeg, but he clearly wants to stay. Right. See, Hungry says we all know the answer will be our Lord and Savior Stuart Skinner. Isn't it Judi Dench's voice on the Spaceship Earth? I believe it was the last time I was there. I believe that it was Judi Dench. Yeah. Chris says 5x8 lifetime public subs. We'll see. I really, you guys know, I thought Bobrovsky was going to get a 3x8, but I think if that was happening, they would have already done it. I think I remain convinced that he's playing this way now because what they told him they were going to want to pay him. Bobby says, Dean Vassy in a Panthers uniform would make me vomit. David says, I think McCofer is going to be a Ranger, so they ain't trading Shesterkin. That's very possible. Sure. The Panthers will have one of the three of them. By the time the contracts are up, the Panthers will either have McDavid, Matthews, or Brady Tkachuk. I would almost guarantee that one of the three of those will be a Panther. David says, Bob's going to be with us for the next 4 years or so the cup runs are when we are healthy. Right. Steven says, if Stuart Skinner is willing to take a sizable pay cut and be willing to be a backup for a couple of years, I would love to get Skinner. I think he needs a veteran to learn under. I wouldn't have a problem with that. The dude is, I know he's inconsistent, right? But he has proven he can handle the adversity and the stress. 2 goals in Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final. Like, he's proven in a big game he can play well enough to win. He played well enough for them to win that game. Lord knows. He just got out-goalied by Bobrovsky. David says, please let it be Brady. I would think that it would 90% be Brady. That to me is like the most obvious thing that's going to happen. Heliabuck, no. He's the one that's got the longer contract. We've looked this up. I love how it's already there. He's signed through 30 and 31. So the McDavid contract is 2 more years so it starts next year. It's 2 more years, right? So that's through 27, 28. Brady Tkachuk is through 27, 28. And Austin Matthews is through 27, 28. So that's why I say out of one of those 3, we'll have one of them. Now, it'd be fun if we just broke the league and got all 3. They all just come here and all they want is like $8 million. We'll just get all 3 and win like 5 cups in a row. Bennington is getting close. Let's see. Bennington, actually, he's only signed through next year, 26, 27. Yeah. Now he's only making $6 million. That's interesting. So he'll be a guy that would possibly be somebody that you could bring in. But we're going to extend Bubba. So what in the hell am I here or not here? Oh, okay. Package was delivered and Donna went out there and got it. I heard somebody open up my van. I'm like, what am I hearing? UPS and the post office, they're instructed to just put the packages in the van. Bobby says, Skinner, he had bad luck, was inconsistent, but he also played in the highest pressure team. That's true. Steven says, if I was Matthews, I would refuse to play for the team. They absolutely abandoned him. Well, I don't necessarily disagree, but I don't think that's the kind of personality he has. Funfish seems to think he might never play for the Leafs again after that disaster. How much is his? Let me see. We just looked this up, and I didn't look at the. So what's that? 13 and a quarter, right? Like, who would have space? Who would have space for that? Would the Rangers have space? They'd love him in New York. He captained the gold-winning team. Do we have bears up here, Great White? No. Not where we are. We have deer, fox, an occasional coyote. An occasional coyote. Where I am, it's really we're really lucky. We really hardly don't even have venomous snakes. We have some, but it's not. We're in a pretty safe area when it comes to wildlife. Carolina would have this space, Craig. That's interesting. We don't want that. We don't want that. Steven, yeah, he won't hold out because he's a good person, but I've never seen a team with less backbone than the Leafs. They've got to just tear it down. That's the one thing I agree with Dangle about. Absolutely. Is they have to just tear it down to just not even the studs, man. Like the studs are still the general manager and that whole structure that they have. I mean, don't they have like a bunch of different general managers? It ain't going to happen. They're not going to do anything. But Bobby says, is it just me or the Stars never win with Canadian teams and they leave somewhere else and win? No, that's what happens. That's what happens. There's a variety of reasons for it. The pressure to win in Canada exponentially increases every year that they don't win. The financial atmosphere with Canada's economy and how the players get paid and the tax issues, that's part of it, and especially with Tampa and Florida winning, these guys see, players riding a golf cart in their flip-flops in January to practice while they got to, shovel a foot of snow just to drive to the rink. And it starts to look real attractive to play somewhere else. Dave says, probably got great white sharks in that river you fishing if it goes into the ocean. We haven't had any, as I looked this up. And I talked to all the old timers. There haven't been any great whites. Now, there hasn't been any instances of bull sharks in, quote, my river, but a couple of rivers north of here. See, we're on the eastern shore. So now if you go on the western shore, the western tributaries, they seem to get the bull sharks. It's pretty much not uncommon, but I don't know if it's the way that the currents are structured or what the situation is. But the tributaries that are on the eastern shore, very, very rarely. Like you have to go back like 80, 90 years for somebody to say that there was a known sighting of a bull shark on any of the tributaries near my house. But the western shore, yeah. But they all said the same thing, that they hadn't seen any great whites, but bull sharks, as you know, will pretty much go. The water up this far in the bay, even though it's the Chesapeake, the salinity is not exceptional. Like, you get the right, certainly in the tributaries, it's brackish water more than anything, really. Bobby says the Leafs need to blow up the core since it hasn't worked even in the playoffs. And I guess they were thinking about trading Nyes. Can they even tear it down? 80% of their players have movement limiting clauses. I guess if they wanted to do it bad enough, like, they could find where do you want to go, right? So like, look, we're doing this one way or another. Where do you want to go? Matthews on the Kings would be a great fit, laid back in great weather. There you go. Hey, Dietrich, how you doing, bud? What am I hearing? I think somebody's washing their car and they got their radio blasting. That's nice. What am I hearing? Hold on a second. This drives me crazy. The son of the lady that owns the house over there is over there washing his car, and he got his country music blaring. He got his country music blaring so everybody in the damn universe can hear it while he's going to wash his car. Even out here in the middle of nowhere, you get noise. Damn kids, get off my lawn. David, yeah, Matthews is the obvious captain. That's for damn sure. But Bobby thinks putting the C on Matthews was the worst decision. I don't know. It was disagreement and agreement here. So Jeff says country, rap, rock. I don't care if you play that music. You're that loud. Shame on you. Yeah, I mean, I've lived in this house 11 years. I can count on one hand how many times it's happened. So I don't say nothing. Like if it became an every weekend type of thing, but once every couple of years he's over there. They go away every once in a while, so he has to come watch the dogs. Sometimes he'll play his music for an hour. It's no big. I hear it in here. Now, if I'm in my bedroom at the other end of the house, I don't hear it because that room was an addition and the insulation is spectacular in there. This room is still part of the original house, and the insulation in here is not good. Craig says, when I listen to AC/DC, so do the neighbors. Jeff says, if it's Hall & Oates, it's okay. Yeah, no, it's that new kind of country music where they got that fake twang and you can hear the auto tune and it sounds like they're singing out of a computer. I don't know how people listen to this shit anymore. I hear some of it every once in a while. And like, can you not hear that? Like, it doesn't even sound like an organic voice. Like, can you not hear that? I don't know. It sounds good to me. How does it sound good to you? Drives me freaking nuts. Jaws is a new Clint Eastwood. Yeah. I just get out there in my chair with I guess I can't really. He got grandkids over there now too. You know. The music's already off. See, music's already off. I've had good neighbors over the years, like everywhere I've lived. Like I've not had any issue. I'm thinking I've never had any issue. The loudest neighbors I had was actually when I was in the Air Force. And the way the dorms was set up was that you had the one room and a bathroom and another room. And so the two rooms shared the one bathroom. The bathroom was in the middle. You shared a wall. And the Rodney, I can't remember the other guy's name, but it was a couple of old country Oklahoma, Nebraska boys. They shared the room next to me. And they were all into Leonard Skinner and all of that music. And there were some long nights. I had to put my headphones on and play my music that I wanted because they'd be over there with a keg and the whole deal. And yeah. But other than that, wherever I've lived, I've had pretty good neighbors in terms of noise. Yeah, Bobby, no Panthers tonight. Tomorrow, though, we're good. Yeah, let's see if we can get some help today, Jeff. I agree. Unger says Freebird solo at 3 a.m. is definitely something. They had a party once in the rec room downstairs and literally hung from the chandelier and broke it. Like it wasn't like a regular, it was like a light fixture that was the chandelier. And they literally got up on the pool table and jumped up and hung from the chandelier and broke it. Tore the whole thing out of the wall, landed on the pool table, busted that up. We never got the pool table back. Good times. I just would sit there and watch them. What the hell's wrong with you people? There's certain genes I didn't get. Oh, yeah, 38 Special. Yeah, 38 Special was okay. They were good. These guys were into like I said, Leonard Skinner, CCR, Grateful Dead. That was okay. It was all right. I wasn't into that music, but I'm not the kind that go knock on your door and complain. I've never done that. Never had to do that. So it is what it is. Now, for those of you who do the men's channel, there's about a 50-60% chance that I'm going to be live on the men's channel tonight. If I do, it'll be at about 7. I'll post the link here on this channel. I got a lot of house and yard work I got to take care of today. I got plumbing issues. So if I can get most of my work done that I need to get done in time to get going, I'll do that tonight. Like I said, there's no noon stream on Monday because we're taking Kyle to the airport. So, and I guess we got to get him there super duper early so that he doesn't have any issues. I don't know, something. I saw a video somewhere the government shut down and long waits at the airports. Is that everywhere? What are they doing? I don't pay attention to this stuff. Lilia, Sam Reinhart's not playing the next 4 games and Sam Bennett is day-to-day. Yeah, they're definitely resting guys. And of course, Reinhart supposedly he's got this a health issue, an injury. So, hey, as long as they keep winning, right? As long as they keep winning. Craig, maybe Barkov can return soon. Well, they'd have to put Marchand. That's the secret plan. Is to just play all these kids now, give us the extra energy, win the games, put Marchand on LTIR, have Barkov come back with about 10 games left, make the playoffs. Marchand's off of LTIR, Barkov is ready, we're fully healthy, and we three-peat. Yeah. I don't know. It sounded good. It sounded good when I said it. I don't know. Yeah, we're going to war with the injuries right now. That's for damn sure. The Habs are only 2 points behind Tampa. Yeah, and I mean, Tampa did win. Tampa's not going to choke it, right? Like, they're not. 86, 84, 82. See, the Sabres got those 2 extra games played. I still feel like the Lightning is going to win the division, but if Montreal can pull it, how many times does Montreal play Tampa the rest of the way? Let's see. Once? Twice. So Montreal plays Tampa twice the rest of the way. They've got a pretty heavy schedule the rest of the way. Montreal does. They're going to earn it. They are going to definitely earn it. I'm seeing Sharks, Ducks, Bruins, Wings, Islanders, Hurricanes, Jackets, Preds, Hurricanes, Lightning. Then they get a day off playing the Rangers, and then they play the Devils twice. And then Panthers, Lightning, Jackets, Islanders, Flyers. Yeah. And nobody in the Eastern Conference. The Bubba Puppet needs a hair appointment. Yeah, when it gets real humid, his hair it mats down. I gotta get him some hairspray. Yeah, it's unfortunate. When I bought all those puppets, there were duplicates of a couple. I've got 2 of the Franciscos. There was another Andy that was made up into another. There's another Andy one around that's got like a sportscaster's mustache. But there wasn't 2 of the Bob puppets. So unfortunately, but that's the biggest reason why I bought that lot was, well, the Andy puppet and the Bob puppet. I saw him with the cigar and I only paid, like, I might have paid $15 for all of them. It was from an estate sale. Somebody made puppets and they just sold all their puppets at the estate sale. And they were all one of a kind, handmade. It's nothing you could buy in the store or anything. So I thought they were pretty cool. They've worked out pretty good for me. Yeah, exactly, Funfish. So, all right, guys, I got to roll. Appreciate y'all. I will make a post. If I'm going to go live, I'll let you guys know by like 3 or 4. I'll let you know in the next couple of hours. If not, we got game tomorrow, so we're good to go there. And then, like I said, Monday we're doing no stream. I'll have Kyle make a little short, say goodbye to you guys. That's what I'll do. I'll annoy him on the ride over. I'll have him say something on the camera, piss him off, so he's got a goodbye short. All right, everybody, go enjoy the rest of your day. Appreciate y'all. Much love, appreciation. And I'll see y'all again soon.